Jai Hind. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw in the video was the situation when we went to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, a country in West Africa, had suffered for about 10 years of civil war. The atrocities caused by Revolutionary United Front was something difficult to even see than to even think of the people who were suffering in Sierra Leone. I was commanding a company which was deployed as part of United Nations peacekeeping in Sierra Leone in the year 1999. We were deployed with a mandate for peacekeeping. And you can understand what kind of a peacekeeping we can do in a country where what you saw just now was prevailing the time when we went there. I am the cause for Operation Kukri. I am the man who participated and successfully executed Operation Kukri. And I am the trophy for the success in Operation Kukri. All three in one would be very difficult to see anywhere else in the world. To see the man because of whom Operation Kukri happened. Also, the same man executes that mission, and finally, he is the trophy for successful completion of the operation. My request for the next slide. I am going to talk about an operation which I have not only participated, but lived for 75 days without food, without eating. You can understand if you have to survive for 75 days without food. I keep telling people, हमने घास की रोटियां भी खाई हैं during those 75 days to survive, because we had to survive. What was the reason for not surrendering to the militants of Revolutionary United Front was the only reason that I can explain was the national pride. They wanted us to lay down weapons to the militants. There were 17 countries participating in this mission, out of which 16 countries laid down their weapons to the militants. They laid down their weapons in the feet of the militants and walked free. We were also given the option that you want to go, you go back to your country. We will let you go. Only demand the militants had was that you also got to lay down your weapons. We worship our weapons. Uniform is the religion of Indian Army, and weapon is the God. I tried to explain to them. Each day I tried to explain to them that let me walk out with my God. I will go back to my country. You keep everything else here. Whatever you want to keep, please keep it with you. I am ready to leave everything behind but for my weapon, which is my God. They did not understand. It took me 75 days of diplomacy to make them understand. Because we thought we are on a peacekeeping mission, and peace should not be compromised at any cost. But finally, when they did not understand, we had to fight our way back. We had to carry out, execute Operation Kukri after 75 days, in which we killed those militants, and we came back with honor, we came back with pride. This is the operation which has been very close to my heart, and incidentally, you would not hear or see any book written in first person anywhere in the world about any operation. You can always read a story which is in third person written by somebody else, maybe by a journalist, about an operation. But that amounts to that famous, I think, that kavita, Bundele har bolon ke muh humne suni kahani. You are going to listen that kahani or that story from somebody, but not the person who has participated in that operation. For 20 years, I could not write about this operation. It was disturbing. Each day, I was telling myself that I had given a commitment to my soldiers after the operation that one day world would know about the operation Kukri. Somehow, I was occupied in my profession. I didn't have the time to write about it. And it was disturbing me for the reason that after the operation, the Britishers or the British government had put their stamp on Operation Kukri. They claimed Operation Kukri to be a British operation because there were two helicopters, two Chinook helicopters had participated in this operation to take out Major Andy Harrison, the only officer of United Kingdom, was taken out by these two helicopters. Indian media did not have the reach in 1999 to go to Sierra Leone. BBC was time and again showing this operation to be a British operation. As a result, the world has reconciled that Operation Kukri was an operation of Britishers. This was disturbing me because we had lost a soldier in this operation, Havaldar Krishan Kumar, the only soldier who lost his life not for his country, but for the pride of his country in a foreign country. And here are the people from European world who want to claim the operation to be a British operation. Therefore, it was time and again my conscience was being shaken up that I need to write. March 2019, I thought very seriously that I need to write. Thereafter, Corona happened. My daughter, who was doing a job in Delhi, left her job, came to me where I am posted. I am posted in Danapur, which is in Bihar, looking after the Nepal border, looking after the states of Bihar and Jharkhand as a general officer commanding. When she came after a couple of days, she told me, Papa, I am getting bored. I don't know what to do. I said, Bete, I have something which I have not been able to write. I am disturbed. I am not able to sleep. That is when two of us started writing this operation. It took about 1.5 years to become a reality. And this book, Operation Kukri, when it came out, I can share it with you. My battalion, which participated in this operation, celebrates this day when the book was written and it was launched, because it was pending for 21 years. Operation Kukri was never heard by anybody in India. It was the biggest success of Indian Army, biggest success of India, but the Indians did not know about it. I am happy that now that the book has come out, more and more people are writing to me through an email, or maybe I'm getting a lot of messages from people that they are thanking me for writing this book because they were not aware. A lot of requests came for translating the book in Hindi. And I'm happy to share that the Hindi translation is complete because majority of country would be able to read it. The Hindi book is going to come out very shortly. This is a real story which I have written, and I have been absolutely honest in writing this book. Despite 21 years, I had not forgotten a single day how we survived. We were surrounded by about, I can say, 1,000 odd militants, and we were about 200 odd number of soldiers. and we had to survive. And that is how I said, we had to survive to succeed. We had to survive to fight. This book, for me, is not only a book, but it is something which I can feel, I can share the emotions with you today. Within the constraint of time, I would like to share about the story of Sierra Leone. Can I request for the next slide, please? Sierra Leone, as you see on the map, indicated West Africa is a very small country. Sierra Leone was a British colony up to 1961. It became independent in 1961. The Britishers left. The capital of Sierra Leone is known as Freetown. Why it is known as Freetown? Because the slaves from the Western world were released in this country, and that is how the term Freetown, that now you are free. The slaves who did good service to their masters were released here, and that is how Freetown came as a name. You can understand a country which was very rich in mineral resources. Diamonds, the best diamonds in the world are in Sierra Leone. The same diamonds became the cause of the problem. Because, you see, those diamonds by the rebels were being sent into the developed countries, and in return they were getting weapons. Revolutionary United Front was started by Fode Senko. Fode Senko was a corporal in the army of Sierra Leone. There was a lot of corruption after the Britishers left, and he wanted the country to be free of corruption. And once RUF was started, it was a very good initiative. But slowly, the corruption by RUF started, and RUF started the atrocities, what you saw on the video. Those soldiers in uniform were the RUF soldiers who were killing the locals. When we went there, you can believe that 20% of the population either did not have a hand or a leg. The normal punishment was known as half sleeves and long sleeves. I'm sure you can understand, when they half sleeves means hand has to be cut from here. This is the punishment. And long sleeves, the hand has to be cut from here to make it a long sleeves. That was a punishment for routine, small little mistakes being done by anybody. That is RUF. The most deadliest, I would say, rebel organization in the world was RUF, and we, the Indian soldiers, defeated them in their own heartland. That is the kind of success story being written in this book. And you see, I'm going to share it with you, but more details as you read in the book, you would understand that I have covered the mission starting from India, going to Sierra Leone, and then even describing those 75 days, how we survived, and finally, how did we launch the Operation Kukri.